Welcome to the Midnight Lounge, hosted by your main man, Uncle Freezy. Sit back and relax, unwind, enjoy the midnight conversation. Usually we'll be joined by any and many of my friends who come in and help set the vibe, all for you. Again, welcome to the Midnight Lounge. Let's start the show. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Yo, so we doing the vibes and stuff, man. We got Lawrence here still rocking on the other channel. They're gonna be rocking for another 30 minutes or so. So DSJ and I want to talk about this thing, which is the better soundtrack, New Jack City or Boomerang. But before we do that, man, I gotta set the mood. So I'm gonna play a joint by DSJ called Hood Goddess, and I'm gonna come back on the other side of this, and then we're gonna chop it up. Here is Hood Goddess by DSJ.
Yeah. Yeah. Shorty, let me holler at you. Girl, it's the way you walk. Command attention. It's all about your vibe. Your true intention. I call you Hood Goddess. You're misunderstood. Cause you're from the hood. From first eye contact, I knew I had to have that. Had a feeling you were something special. Didn't know if I could match that. You draw a crowd just to say hi. You make it happen, you stay fly. You big and everyone know. If I was a stock, you would raise mine. Even with a t-shirt and sweats on. Girl, you work it for me. Don't matter what they say about you. Baby, you're perfect. Girl, to me. It's the way you walk. Command attention. It's all about your vibe. Your true intention. I call you Hood Goddess. You're misunderstood. Cause you're from the hood. That Dominican girl. East African queen, call you my cinnamon girl. Sweet like grandma cobbler. You were a number one prospect. Even if you're raised in the projects. And you got the whole game on lock. Cops and robbers. They'll build an altar, you're so bomb. You shoot them down so calm. You don't be playing no games. But sexy in jerseys you throw on. I'm your soldier, I will march in line. You know it's your world. Let me hit you with that more in line. You go, girl, it's the way you walk. Command attention. It's all about your vibe. Your true intention. I call you Hood Goddess. You're misunderstood. Cause you're from the hood.
They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, I would love to be the one that holds you. Console you in times of grief and listen when you're trying to speak. Your smile, it brightens up the darkest moods, and looking in your eyes is like gazing at the stars and moon. Just thinking about you, damn, I can hardly move. The depths of my feelings are hard to convey. Like trying to catch fish at the edge of a bay. Like I'm caught in an infinite wave. Cause even when you do the simplest things,
Oh man, I can't tell you how much I hate that song.
Oh man, what's good, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Unc? How you feeling?
Man, I'm all right, man. I'm all right, man. You know what I mean? I'm
Happy
okay.
New Year to you, officially on camera.
Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's, bro. I gotta, man. I hate to do this, man, but we gotta have the talk, bro. Which soundtrack is better? I'm actually doing a graphic to put up for us to look at on screen. So just if you don't mind bearing with me for a moment, let me do that. Yeah.
Nah. I think it's important to set it right, to give it the actual uh the dedication it deserves for this conversation.
For this conversation, bro. Um so I wanna full disclosure, DSJ and myself are hip hop and R&B fans, right? So if the conversation seems skewed to R&B, soul, and hip hop, it's because of that,
Yeah,
right?
I love it so much I decided to try to make it a career.
Hey man, that's the way thing goes, right? That's the way love goes. Just
Yep, it's
do
like a
do the
moth to a
things,
flame burned by the
yeah,
fire.
yeah. Do the things you love, man. Just do the things that you love to do. You notice? Did you notice I stepped out of the Knicks conversation?
I did. I did.
Yeah, I had to step out of that Knicks conversation for a little while. And so in stepping out by doing this, I'm kind of justified in that I would much rather talk about a song called "Feels Like Heaven" by Kenny Vaughn than talk about Tom Thibodeau's rotations.
Yeah, topic of discussion, right?
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Thibodeau's rotations.
Talk about something that actually I don't want to say I'm not gonna misstep on that one. I'm just gonna say something different. How about that?
Yeah, for sure.
So this is our track list right here for both songs. And so I roughly threw something together, everybody, for us to look at. Right. And so I'm sorry if it's not completely visible, but I didn't have enough time to do a dope graphic, and then plus Canva is tripping all of a sudden. So let me ask this before we get into the music.
Right.
Let's talk about the movies themselves for a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, in terms of the movies, did you find either of these movies impactful?
Um, in specifics, yes.
Okay.
Um, and the one specific really boiled down to Wesley Snipes.
Okay.
So, and just to kind of give a little bit of I guess history to a degree, right? Mario Van Peebles was probably the biggest star out of all the players comprised of that cast,
Yeah. At that time.
right? And he saw probably the least amount of screen time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, with that in mind, your movie was built off of the backs of people with role playing roles in terms of they've acted clearly before, but maybe just not in a not in a lead role situation,
Right.
and a musician.
Can we? Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. So your comic relief was a comedian in a Richard Pryor type of role, right?
Right.
You have a gangster rapper playing a policeman, right?
Yep.
You have a R&B singer playing something
Playing pseudo gangster.
pseudo gangster, right? You also have two up and comers in Alan Payne and Wesley Snipes, right? In the movie, you have
Right.
Bill Nunn, who is an accomplished actor but respected in circles and maybe not everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so you have all these pieces that
As a matter of fact, before I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, but I also want to give credit to Vanessa Williams,
yeah,
whose role at that point, her only role at that point of significance was being a guest on the Cosby Show
right.
for the reason that Theo and Justine broke up.
Well,
You know,
fine.
not trolling. And this is actual
This
facts.
is
At that point,
facts. These are facts. These are facts.
at
Yeah.
that point in her career, Vanessa Williams, also known as the other Vanessa Williams,
Yeah.
her only role on camera was in a bit role where she kissed Theo in an episode of the Cosby Show, which
Right.
caused him and Justine to break up.
And he had to write a song, Justine.
Loved it though.
Justine, you gotta say it with
You got to
soul.
see, yeah.
Justine.
He
Yeah.
screamed. He screamed every bit of ounce of love out of
Yeah.
that. But no, again, didn't mean to cut your wisdom. I really want to give credit to the acting because also to mention there was a veteran actor, but again in a role where Judd Nelson was the most oddball cast in that situation,
Yeah.
playing the detective opposite Ice T's
Yep.
Scotty. So you've entrusted an ensemble cast as again to give credit to role playing guys. There's not one in sports terms. There's not one starting caliber player on this roster that you saw.
Right. 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 Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. um, but to the credit of Mario Van Peebles, I think the movie worked. Was it great? No, but it worked for what it was. I mean, because listen, right after this, he did a movie called Posse where he did the same thing and it didn't work.
Right.
For those that remember, the best line in the whole movie was, "Don't worry about her. She from the Motisa tribe." Motisa. The
Oh, I thought the
Motisa
best line in
tribe.
that movie. I thought the best line in that movie was, "And when you get to hell, tell him Jesse Lee sent you."
Yeah, well, that too. That too. That too.
No, but yeah, definitely, yeah. Oh man, we talk about a laugh a minute. Motisa, yeah,
Motisa. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Big Daddy Kane constantly looking at a watch. Oh my god. Oh, this was oh my god. Oh, but and then there's Boomerang, right?
right,
Ironically, featured the same comedian in a comic relief role, that Richard Pryor role,
right.
right?
The be-
Ironically,
but the beautiful part about it is, on the strength of what Eddie Murphy has accomplished, it helped to spawn the careers, and not even spawn it, right? Because I think it just gave marketable credibility to the cast that was ensemble that was an ensemble cast.
let me first say this before we go there with it. Let me first say the acting in New Jack City was terrible, right?
Right,
But the acting in Boomerang was worse than terrible. There were people in this movie where the acting was so bad that you kind of felt sorry for them. but Eddie Murphy and Robin Givens made up for everybody else.
You think
Right?
so?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Now,
Marcus.
now I will say this. I think they were. I think there was a lot of Jim Carrey overacting going on,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? But I also want to give credit,
Oh,
and this is
Marcus,
where
always know the right thing to say.
yeah,
She put her panties on my face, Marcus.
right.
Okay, come
But
on.
I think that again, to the credit of Martin Lawrence, Martin Lawrence stole some scenes with overacting. I think he pulled the Jim Carrey in
You
terms of
know, oh
that.
girl, she got her stitches out.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't hit the Twizzard,
Yeah.
like
Oh
lines
my
like that. We ran with that as kids. Like, I mean, again, that movie came out when I was a shorty.
Okay.
Didn't know what a Twizzard was.
Right.
And I'm
Right.
sitting there saying that like it was like it's comedy. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's supposed to understand what a Twizzard is.
Oh my God, bro.
And of
Oh my.
course, reading everything as racial. Everything's a racial epithet.
Bro, the overacting in Boomerang was so egregious. Knock knock. Who's there? A scared little boy named Marcus. Oh my God. The acting was oh my
Layla Rashawn. Now, you know what's so funny? I actually thought that was good acting because it was like you couldn't be this ditzy in real life.
You can't be this. Oh my! A scared little boy named Marcus. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, some of the acting, bro. Some of the overacting. When Grace Jones put her foot up on the table in a restaurant, you don't like booty? Oh my God.
Where
Oh
is
my
that
God.
cat?
Oh my God, bro. Yeah. Yeah. So the overacting and to me the most agree the kids overacting, I think it was cute, but Halle Berry overacted the entire Halle Berry to me is a terrible actress, bro.
um,
Is she pretty to look at? Absolutely. Right.
yeah,
But
yeah.
is she a good actress? No.
And
I
see, I
think
don't
her
even want to
best
say,
movie might have been Catwoman.
ugh,
You're right.
ugh.
Right. That's what I'm saying, bro. Her best movie might have been Monsters Ball, bro.
God.
Bro, we watched Raising Isaiah the other day. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Oh, bro.
yeah. I saw it once.
I bet you regret it too, bro.
I'm a leave it at that.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? End of the day, if you love her acting, you like her acting, her method of portraying her roles, all power to you. But yeah, I think she's absolutely eye candy, and
That's it.
she can read.
She can read.
She can definitely read, so she can nail a role. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Bro.
let's leave
Yeah.
it at
Yeah. So
that.
and Boomerang is one of my favorite movies, by the way, because I think there was some overacting, stretching of characters. Like Eartha Kitt. I think Eartha Kitt is the one that nailed it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she expressed the senile old the senile former um
Face
diva.
of beauty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did her thing as a senile diva, right?
That's still.
Marcus.
I forgot where I saw somebody's name in the chat. Right. Somebody was named Marcus Graham, and the first thing I thought about was Lady Eloise.
Bro, So that's the difference for me with these two movies, right? The
Yeah,
overacting in one movie, okay, right? I get it. Like some people, they were trying to express a certain energy, and some
right.
people nailed it, and some people didn't, right? Like in New Jack City, Ice Cube with all those 50,000 faces, every time he frustrated, he like, mm, mm. So I thought his story was overwritten. Like his backstory was overwritten. Hey man, I my people said drugs killed my family, and okay,
Right.
bro, then go do your own movie. Damn it, right? You deserve your own movie, right?
Yes, Scotty Appleton and the death of his mother.
Yeah, that I think that was overdone a little bit, especially coming off A Time to Kill. You remember A Time to Kill
Yeah,
with Samuel L. Jackson and all of that? I think that was the same era. Um, I think that vibe was in the air. Mississippi Burning. I think that vibe was in the air.
right.
Um, but yeah, man. So with that said, you wanna touch on the soundtrack and the songs? Do you want to
Absolutely.
go down a list of each song, or do you want to just point out the standouts?
And I would love to point out the standouts. I mean,
Okay.
we matter of fact, how about we point out the standouts, right?
Okay.
And then
Okay.
we can revisit the track list itself.
Okay. Okay. So
Because
of the two soundtracks, which soundtrack to you provided the best song?
I would say Boomerang.
And what song on Boomerang is the best song of either soundtrack?
Um, Now that's the hard question, right?
Okay.
Because I feel like Boomerang did its job in terms of setting the entirety of the soundtracks, set the entirety of the story. I think the music and the movie went well hand in hand.
Okay.
So like I have favorites rather than songs that I think were the best ones.
Okay.
Um One of them, and I think we agree on this one, feels like heaven, which wasn't even a it wasn't even a traditional R&B song, but what
Right.
it was probably one of the best mood setting songs
Right.
that ended up getting radio play.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Um, End of the Road put Boys to Men in a different stratosphere.
Yeah.
Where we talk about stars and superstars and the elevation. I think that's what Babyface did for Boys to Men with that song, and
Right.
also introducing what became one of the probably premier female artists of the '90s, and Tony Braxton. Love should have brought you home last night, because her duet with Babyface was a good
Right.
song,
Yep.
but I don't think it had the same impact as Love Should Have Brought You Home Last Night, as her debut single.
Right. 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 Clearly, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Clearly, Boomerang has some songs. Hot Sex by a Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, bro.
And see, I wanted to wait for the conversation when we did the track list, because going down the line and like comparing and contrasting, like yeah, that's a yeah.
Um, in terms of um in terms of my favorite song off either, and I'm saying favorite, I'm not gonna say best, right?
Right.
Um, I don't know how I Wanna Sex You Up gets overlooked.
Um, I think again, when you have a song that's tailor made for the moment,
Yeah.
it will always live in you know what I'm saying, it'll always live in a certain landscape. So you'll never stop thinking about that movie and not think about that song specifically.
Right.
Um, so yeah, when it comes down to Color Me Bad, um, that song took them to a it put expectations on them as a group.
Right.
Because if this is your debut, one hell of a debut.
That's one hell of a debut, bro.
So now I'm waiting for I need more of this.
Right.
What else you got in your repertoire?
Right.
And outside of that, all they concocted was I adore me more.
Right. And for the record, it happens. It happens to artists all the time. Right.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna pull the track list down just so that we can have that conversation. Okay.
of
All right.
course.
So all right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, man. I'm not even going. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. The New Jack City soundtrack to me is a banger.
Oh
But
yeah.
when you have on so let me reset. Allow me to reset. Allow me to be incorrect, and then I'll reset. Right. Um,
Okay.
the PM Dawn song. um, what's the PM? I got to put now. I have to pull it back up.
I
Let
die
me.
without you.
Yeah, 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 bro. That song when you have that and End of the Road and There You Go on the same soundtrack, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
And now you can see how easy it was for me to definitively just say Boomerang was a better soundtrack.
Yeah, but on the other side, and in this corner,
Right.
bro, and in this corner, when you talk about what's the song? There's I Want to Sex You Up was a smash, right? There you
Matter of
go
fact,
telling me
yeah.
again, and
Yup.
I'm dreaming. Don't wake me on the other side, bro. Bro, these
And
songs were bangers, man.
plus to also give love to Levert and Queen Latifah for their rendition
Yep,
of a classic song for the love of money and turning
yep,
it into a modern like a modern day
yep,
vibe.
yep. Troop also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like again the sound saying that saying one soundtrack is better than another doesn't discredit the soundtrack that's being compared to.
Right, right,
It's just that again, it's hard, especially when you're talking about impact, right? Long lasting impact.
right.
What does a song do for you specifically, memory wise? And even what it can do for that career of that artist.
Right.
Like I said, Color Me Bad, you know, all credit in the world to them for the talent that existed, but it felt like the perfect setup to fail. You have
They
this
had a great they at one point they were still touring off that song, no bro.
tremendous song. I mean, we talking about a game changing song,
Yeah, yeah,
and you couldn't follow it. The song was bigger than the artist.
yep, yep. But bro, I mean, yo, I was the other day when you and I were on the telephone, I had the joint playing Keith Sweat. So Keith Sweat to me is not the greatest singer, right? So I force myself because the music is so great, man. Right? It's like listening to Bob Dylan The music is
Yeah.
so great, but then the singing is like, it's like listening to the Beatles, right? And so that's a compliment to Keith Sweat because he does everything right. It's just his voice. I just don't like his
Right.
voice, right? I'm not saying
It
he's
feel,
not technically great. I just don't like his, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, he
I'll be
sound like
honest,
a corridor, bro. There you go, telling me no.
right. And you know what's so funny? Some artists, you love the song, or you can appreciate the song that you can't wait to hear somebody cover it.
Yep, yep,
That to
yep.
me is what Keith Sweat is. Keith Sweat has the best songs in the world, but I can't wait to hear Joe, Mariah Carey, and Nas's version
Yeah,
of Make It Last Forever. I can't wait to hear Mario's Right and Wrong Way.
yeah. I wish Silk would redo his entire catalog, bro. I honestly wish Silk would redo his entire catalog. Right.
And they
Hey,
still
but
got it.
hey, so I'm gonna slip out. I'm gonna slip out and go over to the other side real quick. Right. I'm gonna be gone about 60 seconds. As a matter of fact, we should probably play a song. Should we play a song?
Yeah, let's do that.
What song do we have? DSJ, 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 DSJ.
Something harpy like.
Harpy like?
Yeah, something like soft harps.
Oh, I found it. Can we play For Your Love?
We can.
Okay. I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna go into other show.
Gotcha.
All right, hold on, everybody.
Never thought it would come to the moment you and me weren't you and me. After everything we've overcome, now it's all just archives and memories. Still whispering your name, baby, 'cause I see your face when I sleep. Drowning in the sea of emotion, but the water ain't that deep. There's things left to say without being volatile. Baby, won't you just stay for a little while? There are thousands of miles between us, but I swear I still hear you listening for you, baby, for your heart. Now I packed up our hopes and dreams, and we're sitting back at the starting line. Maybe I was neglecting or you're disrespecting what I do with my time. Praise and blame don't change a thing. Girl, can we make it right? What's the saying? Never say never when it's the fight of our lives. There's things left to say without being volatile. Baby, won't you just stay for a little while? Thousands of miles between us, but I swear I still hear you. Hear me calling, listening for you, baby, for your heart.
And that was yours truly, with listening for your heart. Um, I'm hoping that any and everybody that's listened to that enjoys the song. If you're going through something um, in your relationships, I hope that this song can provide some insight, some level of closure and comfort. Um, and as far as the discussion of the music in terms of Color Me Bad, um, with probably one of the best debut songs. Can't call them one hit wonders again because they did have another song that charted. Um, but the impact that that song had in "Sex You Up" probably is very rarely matched. Um, and also in discussion of Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat is probably one of the best songwriters and arrangers of music, despite maybe not having the best vocal ability. But again, proof positive that you can have timeless hits without maybe having a timeless voice. So there's always that. Um, and
Okay, I'm back. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yes, I was done. I was done kind of giving Keith Sweat the smoothest rejection possible
Okay.
about giving him credit for having timeless music without having a timeless voice.
Yeah. And and no disrespect to Keith, and shout out to Keith too, because there are a lot of people that have done it, right? When you go back and listen to some James Brown songs, you're like, oh, okay. Vocally, was James as good as what we thought?
Nah.
No, James wasn't. Did he bring energy though? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for instance, is James Brown vocally better than Joe Tex? No, no. Wilson
But who
Pickett?
would you rather listen to?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Who would you rather listen to? James Brown or and is it because James Brown had the best of everything? Was he smart enough to get the best of everything? So yeah, yeah, man. This boomerang thing though, I'm trying to figure it out. Um, as I went to the restroom just now, I was thinking, am I slamming New Jack City by accident? I hope not.
Not at all. No. Again, like as I said, you can. It's almost like this. It's almost like Arturo Gotti versus Mickey Ward, right?
Right, right.
Probably one of the best fights in boxing history
Yeah,
in terms of exchanges.
right,
But somebody had to lose that fight.
right, right.
And so it comes down to points. And sometimes a boxer can outpoint you
Yeah.
even while throwing haymakers.
Even while throwing haymakers. Yeah. Um.
So yeah, it can be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I I don't know. As I look at the list, bro, it just makes me think, man. I don't know, man. I'm in a weird spot because as I look at the list, I'm gonna put the list back up again. I really, really, I'm no lie. I really want to go with Boomerang, right? But
Right.
man, I remember hearing "I'm Dreaming" for the first time on the radio.
Yeah.
And I could not believe what I was like, this song is and for the record, I'm a fan of Christopher Williams' music. Man, when I heard and then plus at the time we looked alike. I looked like at the time I looked like a bigger, more buffed out version of Christopher at the time, not now. I'm a fatty right now, but at the time, like looking at like a little brother or something. You know what I'm saying? Because
Nah.
those that don't remember, man, Bobby Brown ruled the radio for like 5 straight years, from like 86 to 90 ish. Bobby
Yeah.
ruled the radio, bro. I mean, even his accidents, even the mistakes he made, like that album Bobby was a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
He- Bobby was say, "Get up off your back, do some jumping jacks. Ain't nobody humping around." You're like, what did he say?
Yeah, I couldn't call it either. But I'll tell you one thing: nobody had me rocking with their name more than Bobby did. Back to
Did
the
Bobby?
Brown. I was out
Yeah,
there. Oh man, even with the fake scratch, pick a back. Well, yeah, I was doing all of that.
yes, yes. You know what I mean? So it put me in this weird spot, man. Of what are we doing out here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So and so the reason why I bring up the Christopher Williams thing is because at the same time that this song comes out, there's all types of music on the take your pick, right? You
right.
can you can you can listen to three dudes breathing on a microphone. Oh, yeah, do me, baby. Oh, you come on. You like when you listen to it now, you're like, yo, that's peculiar, bro. But that was a sign of the times, right? Sign of the
Right.
times. You can't judge it. That's what people were doing back then, right? Like when in 20 years, people are gonna look back to this the era of pink and lavender dreads and be like, is that what y'all were doing back then? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah. So, but so when you hear the "Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming," when you hear an actual masculine baritone voice doing an up tempo dance track, you're like, okay, right? You're like,
Yeah.
okay, I can, you know, I can rock with this, right? It's different.
And for full disclosure, right? Because I want to be I want to be transparent in this. I thought that again, not knowing music videos or even getting the names of people, right? At one point, I thought that the same person that sang "I'm Dreaming" was the same person that sang "Rub You the Right Way,"
Yeah, yeah,
because I couldn't again, as a shorty, I couldn't distinct the difference in that husky, heavy voice,
yeah,
that strong growl that Christopher Williams naturally has,
right,
and the difference between that and Johnny Gill's ability to be as versatile as possible
right,
from growl to falsetto.
right.
So all I heard was in melody, "I'm Dreaming" sounds a little bit like "Rub You the Right Way" to me as a kid,
Yep, yep,
and feeling like, yeah, this guy can really make some hits.
right.
Not knowing we're talking about two different people.
Yeah. And so there was a breakdown in I'm Dreaming where the music goes away and he says, because I'm dreaming all about you. So why don't you make these dreams come
Come
true?
true.
Ooh,
Yep.
yeah, when he say that, yo, I'm like, oh my god, bro, if I could sing like that, bro. Mm, 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 mm. And so when I heard the song, right, I'm like, okay, this is a smash. And then when no lie, it was a Saturday morning. It was a Saturday morning, right? I was getting ready to go to work at McDonald's. Was it McDonald's? Where was I at? 91. So it may not be McDonald's. I was in the military. Yeah, okay. Okay. So it's a Saturday morning. I'm getting ready to go somewhere, right? Saturday morning, I'm ready to go somewhere. And I hear another brother wants to win the Hustler of the Year award. And I hear the music. And it's Queen Latifah, who at the time was as hot as fish grease too. Because she had an album come out later that year.
Oh yeah.
Album with Latifah had it up to here. Give it to him, Queen. You got it. Give it to him, Queen. Latifah. And so she was hot at the time too, right? And so you hear this song and you're like, yo, this her new video. But then I see Scotty McKnight. What's Scotty name? From the movie.
Oh, Ice T.
Yeah, you see Ice T running down the street, so you realize it's a movie trailer, right? So I stopped to see what the movie trailer is, and it's New Jack City. And I'm like, okay, all right, it got a hip hop beat to it. You know what I'm saying? All these different yo, okay. I'm feeling this. Because for those that don't remember, hip hop lost its edge for like a year. So it's gangster rap, it's the golden era, native tongues, gangster rap, and then all of a sudden Kwame comes from out of nowhere. Right? The Only You Summer. Only you can make me do the thing I do. You know what I'm saying? Why oh
With his polka dot shirts.
yes,
Man.
yes. And it's the same summer as Father MC, right? Right? Treat them like they wanna be. All of this is going on at once, right?
Right.
And then you start to hear the songs off of the New Jack City soundtrack. One at a time. There you go, telling me now. You know what I'm saying? You start hearing them
Yeah.
one by one. You know what I'm saying? I wanna sex you up. And you start to hear these songs, but then you like, okay, I'm gonna go buy what motivated me, right? What really motivated me, right, was not the Christopher Williams joint, but the Color Me Bad joint, right?
Right.
So I go and I find out like all of these songs are on one soundtrack. I
Yeah.
definitely got to go see the movie now.
You know what's so crazy? I'll tell you what actually made me want to see that movie. It was Nino's theme, that New Jack Hustler.
Yeah.
Um, and again, credit to listen. One thing I think we lost the art in terms of build up with storytelling is those trailers.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about New Line Cinema that just seem to have nailed every trailer that they put out.
Right. Right.
Because I remember seeing that trailer and the scene when he's running the chase down scene, the Pookie chase down scene, um, and then pulling out the gun, the walking through the club, and that kind of face to face between Scotty and Nino Brown, Nino in the Jeep on the phone,
Yep.
picking up G Money. All of those scenes kind of entrapped in the moment of storytelling about what the movie's about in about maybe a minute and 12 seconds.
Yep.
And then the way they close it out with New Jack City. And in the background, you hear that New Jack Hustler. New Jack Hustler. Like, I'm amped now. Oh, I'm about to shoot up a block and sell some drugs right now. I'm ready.
Right. Right. Right.
As a
Right.
shorty, that trailer, I think the music, Ice T's music, set that trailer off to make me anxious to want to see. I couldn't wait until my parents said, "Okay, let's go see that." Because again, I'm a shorty. I don't have permission to go to nobody's theater
Right.
and pay no ticket money. And yeah, let me get 2 tickets to New Jack City for me and my girlfriend. Nah,
Right. Right.
I gotta wait for my parents' permission to go see this movie.
No doubt.
And that soundtrack, that song specifically, set it up perfectly for me in my mind.
And according to Ice-T, it was the last song added to the soundtrack.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
You know, I love to talk about the impact of character as well because Nino Brown became like the character. Like there was like Wesley Snipes honestly became a superstar off of that.
Right. Right.
And I don't know I don't know what it was about him being the charism, like something about him playing the charismatic supervillain, whether it's Nino Brown or Simon Phoenix in Demolition Man. But it's like I can't wait until he gets on screen again
Right.
and delivers his lines because this guy has something.
Right.
And again, the like I said, you're entrusting him to carry this movie,
And he did it.
and he delivered.
And he did it begrudgingly. He did it as an anti-drug guy. He did it as
Yeah,
a person that despised that life.
yep. Because the role before that, I don't think people realize that the role before that he was in King of New York playing the cop, trying to bring down Frank White.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So for him to have that switch to where he could play the black version of Frank White
Yeah. Yeah.
was absolutely amazing. Um, and again, we can sit here and talk about the acting overall, how good or bad it was.
Right.
One thing I think can't be disputed is even if you felt there was some overacting, Wesley Snipes became a star in that role.
Yep. Yeah. In a role that's not easy to pull off.
At all.
Uh, We've seen
But
people over the years play that role and fail.
oh,
And
absolutely.
for instance, for anybody that saw the movie Belly,
Oh,
the acting is everywhere.
yeah. DMX as Tommy Buns, too erratic to
Yeah.
be charismatic for Nino Brown.
Right. Right.
Um, and again, credit to them for rest in peace DMX. You know what I'm saying? Loved you in what you've done for music and entertainment and all that. But
Right. Right.
yeah, you you definitely got that role because of your name,
Yeah.
and not because of the game.
He definitely got that role
So
because of budget.
that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in New Jack City, I think the acting on a lot of fronts was terrible, but then there were a couple of great actors in it. The old man, I liked him.
Oh yeah,
I liked him.
idolater. Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep. I liked him. But in terms of as I go forward, man, as I look on one side, wanting this side to be the odd-on favorite, I look at the other side. Like I look at the red corner and want them to be the champion, but then I look in the blue corner, bro, and man, You have a song
Yeah.
Guy on it. You have Guy, Johnny Gill, Keith Sweat, all in the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's to me, bro. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and then you have um what's the um you have Troop Levert, Queen Latifah, Keith Sweat, Johnny Gill, Guy, a young Christopher Williams, Ice T, a young Ice T at the time. Also, well, I guess everybody was young, right?
Right. Right.
At this time, everybody was right on the verge of either being established one or two albums or headed for stardom, right? And
Yeah.
on the other side, you know, you have your Keith Washingtons, your Tony Braxtons. Oh my gosh, bro.
And
Man.
see, and see, here's the thing, right? Um, New Jack City, the soundtrack I felt was music for the time.
Right.
Like I felt like they encapsulated this era of street life, as opposed to what Boomerang did was it was tailor made for that movie. That soundtrack, the music was literal background. It was backdrop for that movie. It was specifically tailored
Right.
for the scenes and the characters
Okay, I
in
got
that
you.
situation.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Like when Eddie Murphy and Robin Givens kick in the door,
Yeah,
and then you get feels like heaven playing. Hey, bro, I had
right.
never even heard of Kenny Vaughn before that moment,
Never.
but that song was so perfect, right? And in my mind, I want to pick the best song off of the Boomerang soundtrack. But when I look at End of the Road, I Die Without You, or There You Go, clearly the best song unanimously is End of the Road. Because at one point, End of the Road was the number one selling single of all time. At one
Right.
point, right? But out the gate, out the gate, End of the Road was fire. But I Die Without You caught it. Yo, you talking about caught a song fast because End of the Road was a single first that was added to the Boomerang soundtrack, right? So that people know they didn't create that song just for the Boomerang soundtrack. It was a single, right, unto itself that was added to the Boomerang soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
And that happens a lot. No big deal because I doubt without you is also a single that was added to the Boomerang soundtrack. But I never heard I Doubt Without You until the movie Boomerang actually came out,
Right. And
right?
how
So,
much did that scene propel that single? Because it did become a single.
right, right.
But without that closing scene, how much impact would that song have had?
I think it's a great song, bro.
It's a terrific song. And I think that again, it's one of those songs that if a scene was good without music, let me amplify it 10 times over with this song in the backdrop.
Right, right, right.
It's just and that to me is why I think the Boomerang soundtrack is better than New Jack City. Not
Mm,
because it's just hands down a better soundtrack. The music is better than nah. I think what I think the objective of any soundtrack is to personalize scenes and character of movies.
Okay.
And I think that Boomerang just did a better job of that than New Jack City did.
Okay. It still had great music though, bro.
Oh, absolutely. Again, can't question the music. You can't question it.
Right.
It's just it's terrific. It's terrific music.
Right.
But I could have easily like prime example, right? As dope as New Jack City was, the soundtrack
Right.
that could have been backdrop for Ricochet, another Orion slash New Line Cinema movie with Denzel Washington and Ice T.
Right. Right.
That could have been Odell's song for as far as New Jack Hustler. That could have been tailored towards Odell when what I'm saying he was telling people to if you think you got the power, bring yourself to the tower.
Yeah. Right. Hmm. Let me ask this:
Sure.
are these two the giants among urban movie soundtracks
Uh,
of that era? I'm
boom.
talking about of the era.
Um, I'd probably lean towards yes in hopes of trying to find another one because I think if Mo Money came out around that same time, then I have to kind of look at Mo Money as well in terms of that.
Yeah, Boomerang and Mo Money came out the same year,
Yeah, yeah, it'd be hard to dismiss Mo Money
or
in that
or around the
conversation.
same time, like 92, 93.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to dismiss Mo Money considering that the music did the same exact thing that I'm talking about in terms of setting the scene, setting the situation up for um the entirety of that movie
Right. Um,
of the era, but probably car washes of all time. I hear you, Wiz.
I hear you, Wiz. I'm with you. I think the Trouble Man soundtrack is the greatest of all time, followed by Purple Rain. But I do love Car Wash, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know. Purple Rain. Yeah, Purple Rain of all time. Yeah, that probably be one of my choices.
Purple Rain would probably be number one, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. And again, maybe because it's a movie, it's a music movie,
Right.
so of course it's easy to tailor it towards that when you're specifically talking about the music and the musician in that music. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Just I feel like Boomerang is just it's up there. And as much as I want to give New Jack City all the credit because it's again a tremendous soundtrack, do I knock off anything else that came out? Because again, like I said, Mo Money is really like I think extremely slept on. In terms of the soundtrack. Again, say what you want to about the movie,
Right.
but
Mm,
yeah,
I
and I
want
mean,
to
what a
go there.
perfect, huh?
I want to go there with you, but I just can't because the Juice soundtrack is phenomenal, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
There's know the ledge, sip the juice. I got enough to go around. His journey starts uptown. The whole thing. You're like, okay,
You know what it is? For me personally, why I don't put Juice in that category is because Juice, and maybe it's the mindset, right? There wasn't enough versatility in terms of music in Juice as there was in these two that we're discussing with R&B and hip hop, right? But Juice is a hip hop movie.
Right.
So I'm saying that to say I might have to change my thinking to to convince myself that Juice does deserve more credit for that soundtrack because I feel the same way in terms of the New Jersey Drive soundtrack. Like that's a hip hop movie, so it's tailored more towards hip hop. But I enjoyed that soundtrack just as much as I enjoyed every other soundtrack that came out in that time.
Two R&B classics though. Don't Be Afraid by Aaron Hall. Don't be afraid. Don't be
Yep.
afraid, baby. That's on there.
Yeah.
And Is It Good to You? Is it good to you? I
Yep.
like. So yeah, there's that also, right? And but in Naughty by Nature, starting it off with Uptown Anthem, doom da doom 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 dun, doom da doom doom doom. And you can get
Yeah.
a clip for the hit high enough or wide enough to touch the naughty nasty nigga that's that probably happy. And so it's so depending on what you like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some songs on there that I didn't like, right?
Right.
Yeah, like the song by Son of Berserk. I didn't really like that. What could be better, bitch? I ain't really. I wasn't really feeling that, right? And I wasn't
Right.
feeling Cypress Hill shoot 'em up, just shoot 'em up. Yeah, I didn't,
Yeah. That could have been on one of their albums and
yeah, I don't
been
know how
under
that.
the radar too. Yeah. So I get that.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I'm having a hard time saying no to these two. Um, just because again, like I said, even the fact that as I said, New Jack City was music for that time. Like it was perfect music for that time. You could have
okay,
woken up in the morning, got from for me getting ready for school or whatever, and that soundtrack probably would have set me off just right. You know what I'm saying? New Jack Cussler getting up in the morning, about to
right.
jump in the shower, get ready for the prettiest girl in school, and the lines I'm gonna say to her, you know what I'm saying, have us falling in love and don't wake me, I'm dreaming.
Wiz just set the Wiz just woke me up, bro. Now I feel like I could talk for about like 4 more hours. He just mentioned the Set It Off soundtrack, bro. I love the Set It Off soundtrack, bro. I
Okay.
love the Set It Off soundtrack. There is a song on there called Missing You.
Yeah.
Bro, oh my God. Oh my goodness.
The funny thing is, it's the perfect song for the ending scene, right?
Right.
But I have the hardest time with that song on the soundtrack specifically. Like I feel like that would have been perfect for like to me his album or something like that.
Missing You?
Yeah, or something. I don't know what it is, but as much as I like the song, I would have preferred it being one of those songs that made you want to buy the soundtrack and get mad because it wasn't on there, or if it was a bonus track or something like that, as opposed to one of like the premiere songs. Like I think they overplayed their hand in terms of marketing, making that music that song specifically a single.
Okay. I
Like
think this I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. There are some songs on here that are sleepers. The Billy Lawrence song, the light skinned chick,
Right.
Billy Lawrence. The Come On, bro. I love that song. Days of Our Lives, bro.
Yeah. And
Oh,
see those songs specifically I rock with.
right, right. There's a song called "Sex Is on My Mind" by Blue Light. To me, it's the best. In my opinion, it's the best soundtrack album song by an unknown that I've ever heard. Right, and I'm talking about, you know how soundtracks have unknowns on it.
Yeah.
Somebody looking to break out, right?
Yep.
And yo, I think "Sex Is on My Mind" is yo. Every time I mention like the Set It Off soundtrack to somebody, they be like, "Yo, Sex Is on My Mind was that joint." Yeah,
Yeah, no, but it was though.
yeah,
Yeah, Blue
man.
Light was definitely on there. I actually like yeah, I enjoyed like Let It Go.
Yep, 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 yep. Hey Joe, a slow song by Seal is always good. Any Simply Red song, okay. You know, I don't even remember how Angel goes. I'm gonna see if I can remember how Angel. Yo, the Wyclef remix, bro. Okay.
Because I know they had the high song with the 5 footers already on there,
Yeah.
but comparing the two, I love that storytelling and how intricate the women set it off um ensemble pulled off those heists.
Right.
Felt like felt like the perfect story from Chic, Kiss, and Styles.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What song was that? Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, wait.
The
Let me find.
Okay, so the heist on part one from the Money Power Respect soundtrack. I mean album.
Right.
Compared to the heist from the 5 footers on the um soundtrack of
Set it
Set It
off.
Off.
Yeah. The caper is all on paper. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to have somebody jump on. I see Cully wanted to jump on earlier.
I put the link out there like 3 times, man.
Oh, well, then hey, I can't help you, Cully. I'm sorry. You gonna have to.
I put the link out there like 3 times. I'm not for sure what. I put it again. Oh, yeah. I put the link out. Yeah. The link is yeah. Yeah, I'm not tripping about that, but it was out there already.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, outside, yeah, like I said, and again, kind of, I know we're jumping off subject because the comparison was initially New Jack City and Boomerang, but yeah, there was some dope soundtracks
Yeah, they was
for some
dope.
of the best movies, and yeah, like I said, it's hard to put the best title um past like the 80s and stuff like that when we talk about
Right.
the 90s, because I
Right.
think like there was a lot of just dope music, period. Like, I mean, again, just comparing all the soundtracks that you could think of in that time for all the movies that came out, I think a lot of them you would be um like the Metro soundtrack, right? The movie with Eddie Murphy.
Right.
Although truthfully, it was kind of more like the New Edition Home Again album
Yeah. Yeah.
remixed,
Yeah.
but it still was like one of the dope. It was a dope soundtrack for what it was. But yeah, Cully, while you here, man, salute to you, man, and happy New Year.
Salute to Kelly Goat.
And
Yeah.
what's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts on the Boomerang and and New Jack City soundtrack. Which one do you feel is a better soundtrack?
Probably. Oh well, first my fault. Salute to
Salute, salute, salute.
two of some of my favorite people. Love hearing y'all on love hearing y'all on the show all the time. I bet I'm so tired, but I like I lean a little bit more towards New Jack City. Was that "Sex You Up" in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm leaning more towards that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't hear what y'all picked. I heard y'all talking. I was listening, but I didn't hear what y'all picked. I think Freezy leaning more towards. Oh, there it goes. The sound. Was Freezy? Was you leaning towards New Jack City as well?
No, I was actually leaning towards
Boomerang.
Boomerang, but I was pulled more towards the middle.
It's tough.
Yeah,
What
Right.
I
about you,
was.
Delano?
I actually think Boomerang was the better soundtrack.
Boomerang.
Um, yeah, and just to again clarify, I think New Jack City had dope music, right? But I felt
Yeah,
like
they had a
that
tough
was music for
soundtrack.
the time.
Yeah,
I don't think it was tailor made specifically for the movie more than it was just for that time. And I
right,
think with Boomerang was tailor made for the actual movie.
right. What do you mean? Well, was it due to the genres?
Nah, I just feel like again, just to again, like you could have put that movie soundtrack to another hood movie.
Because
As long as there
Boomerang
was
was
action
more like,
involved, yeah, like I
yeah,
feel like you could have put that with Ricochet, with Denzel Washington, John Lithgow, and Ice T in that one as well, and probably got the same soundtrack and put it out and be like, "Yep, that fits."
right.
Right.
No, I could agree. I'm still leaning towards New Jack, but I could agree. New Jack had it such a tough. It was just too tough, man. The soundtrack was too tough. The one with Johnny Gill and the what's the other one? There's another one. Facts of Life. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's a few of them trying, but it was tough. I don't know. It was tough, man.
Now,
Yeah.
I would love to do this comparison, right? Especially because it's the same artist. Which song was better in your opinion between "I'm Still Waiting" from New Jack City and "There You Go" on Boomerang?
There you go. It's not even a comparison for me.
It's probably There You Go.
You see,
Yeah.
you see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what I started doing. I started looking at the track listing, um, re-listening to the music, and wait a minute, these guys. Well, this artist was on that soundtrack too. Which one
Mhm.
did I like more? And then again, like even debuts, right? So "Sex You Up" was probably like a super rocket to "Color Me Bad," right?
Right.
But who
Right.
had the better debut between "Color Me Bad" and Tony Braxton?
Mm.
Well, it's tough.
Right.
It's Tony
I'm gonna say.
Braxton.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say "Color Me Bad." Out the box faster, but clearly Tony Braxton had more longevity.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tony Braxton kind of had an edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you see what I'm saying? Like when you start doing the compare and contrast, it's like let's pick certain aspects of these things, right? Because I could easily say, okay, like let's go reversal of a dog versus "For the Love of Money," "Living for the City," with Queen Latifah. I might go towards "For the Love of Money."
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah, that was another song on the New Jack one. I don't know. It's tough, man. So this the theme of today's episode.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, my
And I'm
bad.
looking at other soundtracks too as we do this, bro. I'm looking at the Minister Society soundtrack, and
Yeah,
and I know it won't win because it's so West Coast heavy.
All right.
But I actually preferred when it comes to that vibe, like the brand Nubian joint. Now I gotta lick them punk motherfucker. I love that song, bro. Right? I love Pocket Full of Stones. I got a
Right.
pocket full of stones. I love that joint, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Gorillas Ain't Gangsta. You might be a something, but Gorillas ain't gangsters. You know, so bro, yo, the whole and Miss Kilo, just so you know, it's all over a hole. Such yo, bro, man, it's Top of the World on here. I think Top of the World is Top of the World, bro. The whole to me, bro. And then who didn't like Straight Up Menace?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I'm about to say who.
yeah. I mean, man, you know. In terms of good music, I think this is. Let me throw a curveball in here in the conversation because I want to get back to it, but I want to since Wiz throughout set it off to me. It's not fair to me because Set It Off is one of my favorite soundtracks, right?
Okay.
But shit, I lost it. Dang it! I had it up here, and I think I may have lost it. Everybody. I think I may have lost it. Never mind, man. I think I lost it. I think I lost it, y'all. I'm sorry. Hmm. That's what happens when you get old, man.
That's what happened when Wiz throws curveballs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're throwing curveballs, man.
Cause
Um,
now you got me looking. Cause now he got me looking at the Tales from the Hood soundtrack. I was so dedicated to this conversation about New Jack City and Boomerang, and now he got me just running through running through all the soundtracks I bought
right.
and snuck from you know what I'm saying, getting those $10 from my pops. Hey pop, can I get $10 real quick?
Damn, boy, $10 more.
$10 more.
Hey, but you gonna have to get a job.
Yeah, all that fussing and still got it's still, I think it's almost like it goes hand in hand with fatherhood. Fatherhood, you have to complain before you give them the money. Let them know you're
You
not
gotta
made of
complain
it.
about yeah. But the
I'm not
curveball.
made of money.
I'm not made out of money, boy. You get that from your mama. So, but 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 the curveball I was gonna throw is a soundtrack called The Show. I want to get the
Oh
vibes.
no. Oh,
How's the show soundtrack to you guys?
oh. Hip hop heaven.
Really,
I was such a fan of that soundtrack.
bro?
I'm a little behind on that one.
On the show,
Yeah.
um,
You got to think like that's when how high was on that joint.
yeah. What's Up Star is on there. I bump,
Yeah,
bro. When I get in, bro, Mo hated when because I had I live by. So I was born in an era where you move by music. So we have this white on white BMW, right? White on the inside, white on the whatever. Clean, right?
yeah,
Every time I get in there, I try to test the speakers in there. I play this song called "What's Up, Star" by Sugar, by the artist formerly known as Sweet Tea.
yeah.
Man, I bump "What's Up, Star" in there. Oh my goodness, bro. I love that song. "What's Up, Star"? I love that song, man.
And it's funny because I think like now, of course, now because of the fact that music has changed and so has my taste, right?
Right.
So I used to like Papa Love It.
Yeah. Right. Wait, you're implying
Like
you don't
I
like
would
it? You don't like it now?
hold on for a second.
Okay.
Servers going out?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, And where was Delano going with what he was saying?
Yeah, okay. Maybe I think he may have a technical issue, but
Oh, okay, okay.
but man, with the show, bro, it's a song on there, "Me and My Bitch" by Biggie. Oh, the break, yeah, I
Me and my
love,
bitch.
Can y'all hear me?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
my
I
good
my
point.
love
headphones went
"Me and
in
My
and out.
Bitch," bro. That to me, that's classic. That "Killed 'Em All" by Cali Ranks. Oh, bro. But DSJ, you were gonna say that you hate Papa Love It?
No, I liked it at that time.
Oh, okay.
Same reason I like "Summertime in the LBC." It wasn't from the LBC, but I like the song.
Right.
You know, I just again I think again times and things have changed, but um in that moment at that time, like yeah, I ran through that tape.
All right. Bro, I think that My Block remix by Tupac that's on there made Tupac
Yeah,
into a mega star, bro. Bro. Yo, Live by Onyx is on there.
yeah,
You live, nigga, and you bitch at good out. You know what I'm saying? I love, man. That's if you got to listen to that when you working out. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But let me since we're talking about hip hop, right? I'm gonna take this down for a second. So Cully, what is hip hop, bro?
But it's hip hop
Yeah.
for one, culture and many things. Hip hop is style. Hip hop is lifestyle. Hip hop is swagger. Hip hop is personality. You know what I'm saying? It's many things. Hip hop is communication.
So hip hop in a nutshell is is the everyday way of self expression,
Yep.
whether it's a haircut or jewelry or
Whether it's
cars
your,
or
whether it's your,
fashion.
you have to cut. Yeah, you have to cut you off. Hip hop is, yeah, your commute to work. Could be many things. Like you mentioned, yeah, cars, fashion. That just it's just many things. Like when I like, for example, us in New York, the subway, the Tims. Like you said, the haircut, the earrings, the clothes, clothes definitely, and swagger. Yeah, the yeah, like things like that. Definitely a haircut though. Yes, it's
Yeah,
a culture.
so why is it important? Why is it important to have a means of self expression?
Um. So why is it important? When you say that way, break it down again for me. Like decipher that one. We say why is it important? You
Why is it
mean?
important to a certain group of people to have a means to express themselves? Why?
I mean to well for understanding, I guess to get themselves to get their point across to make you to help you understand who they are,
Right.
to help you understand them better. Where they and then and not just understand them for what they are, but what they've come from, their upbringing. You know, like if you're gonna judge, well, like if you're gonna judge me, well, look, understand this too. You know that type of thing.
Okay.
And everybody has different approaches.
DSA, the reason why I asked that is so that we can get a better understanding of why we value certain stuff on certain soundtracks. Right.
Right.
Like why is it important to put hip hop songs on a soundtrack when you can just watch the movie? right? My thing is hip hop to me is a valuable means of rebelling against conformity, right?
Right.
Not to use a bunch of long words, right? But since day one, bro, you are taught structure, right? When you're born, you're most for most everybody, you're born in a hospital that has a room, right, with a number. You assigned a staff. They put you in a nursery with other babies and a number. They put you in a row, right? You grow up as a kid. You go to school, right? You learn that you have a phone number. You learn that you have a social security number. You learn your name. You learn that you go to a class. You in there with bro. Some of the people that you in the kindergarten with might be the same people that you walk across the stage and graduate from high school with, right? And so what happens from the time that you're born to the time that you die, even your body is put in a place with other bodies, right? But with hip hop, it gives us the freedom of expression to say, man, hey, I'm different. I'm from here, but or I'm I'm from here, but I might necessarily not be that, right? Like every time you meet somebody from Brooklyn, they got to remind you 10 times they from Brooklyn, New York. I'm
Well,
from
I haven't done that
Flatbush.
yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I have. I have for the record.
I'm sure the text message is on the way. I'm sure.
Yeah, you know.
Right. CI. Yeah. But 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 for my experience color with hip hop, right? We were taught to speak a certain way. We had to speak the Queen's English in school. We had to write the Queen's English. And some of my friends on the block, they went to Catholic school. Guess what they had to wear to school, bro?
Uniforms.
Uniforms, right? You know what uniform is short for? Uniformity.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
hip hop is that means, but to me, in my opinion, to tell everybody, no, I'm not like everybody else. I'm different. So don't compare me to another because they can't hang. Word to the mother. You know what I'm saying?
Individual taste. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And at the same time, we different. Like, for instance, yo, the Philly dudes, bro. Why cats from New York like Tim's and Forces and Philly and DC, bro, they love New Balances, bro. When you see a dude with New Balance on, you're like, yo, where you from, bro? You from Philly? You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
You
Right.
Right. Right.
like when you see when it's moderate outside, like I'm saying when it's moderate, the temperature is moderate outside. When it's moderate, and you see somebody with Tim's on, you're like, yeah, they definitely from the city, bro. They definitely from the city because
Mhm.
they out here wearing Tims and it's 62 degrees. And they got on Tims and shorts and a goose. It's like 58 degrees. Yeah, you definitely from the city. You definitely from the city, right? But the reason why but hip hop is not just about clothes and all that stuff. It's about the way that we walk and talk and all of that stuff too, right? It's like taking that street life and putting it into a way to express. So when I see these soundtracks, I see the West Coast dudes expressing themselves a separate way than everybody else because they don't want to be mainstream. They want to get props for doing dope stuff being from where they're from. And I don't blame people, bro, to be honest. If that's you, do you, right? If that's you, do you then, right?
Right.
DSJ, what is R&B?
Um.
Is it just another form of music or is it a wave?
No, I think R&B. I think R&B is a collective wave,
Okay.
but I think what it is it's a collective wave, and the expression is music, right? Um, R&B in terms of style can differ, right? It can be upscale, it could be dressed down, um,
Right.
but there's always a certain level of gentleman that comes with R&B, right? So R&B like artists are like men are GQ, right? Um, I think women can be roundaway girls like SWV, but carry themselves in a diva's personality.
Okay.
So although music is the main language of R&B, melody is the main language of it. I think
Right.
it can be um I think it can expand into a lifestyle,
Okay.
or maybe it's just music is the backdrop of that lifestyle, right? So
Okay.
the metrosexuals of the world will listen to Maxwell,
Right.
and you know what I'm saying, they'll groove to Maxwell. It's a mood setter, you know what I'm saying. When you're trying to entertain the opposite sex,
Okay.
it's it's everyday living. It's conscious.
See, okay. Once you say that, that makes me think that you can't be R&B and hip hop at the same time. Because if hip hop raises your consciousness, right? And R&B raises your consciousness, can't you only have one consciousness? Can't you only have one soul?
No, because country and western can exist in the same stratosphere. So
Right.
I can't dismiss hip hop and R&B having to be a choice. I can't I can't dispute that when you have rock and then heavy metal.
No, I mean to the individual, not in general.
Right. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like in terms of that, like you think about punk rockers and stuff like that, they'll come through in spiked hair, leather jackets, and all that stuff, and that's their lifestyle. That's how they feel. You know what I'm saying? That's their expression.
Right, but they're
They're the
not going to
rebel
try to be
yell.
R but they're not going to try to be R&B at the same time.
Right. But what I'm saying is in terms of in terms of R&B, um like New Jack Swing, I think probably did the best job of merging the two worlds.
Okay.
Right. So you have this hip hop rhythm, but I can give you that soul of R&B, and I can make what should clash perfect harmony.
Hmm. Okay.
Can you imagine if Hey Lover was just done without Boys to Men? If you just had maybe LL Cool J just chanting out "Hey Lover, this is more than a crush," as opposed to Boys to Men singing it,
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you.
or
I
even
feel you.
lounging. Total might not be like the best singing group, but how much more enhanced did "Who Do You Love," "Are You For Sure,"
Trackmasters did they thing on that, bro.
feel? Yeah, when you came through and hot sex on the on the platter makes the mission complete, and then imagine LL just saying, "Who do you love? I want to vibe with you. Are you for sure?" Just chanting out the hook.
Right.
It won't have the same impact.
Right.
So I think that sometimes not only can it coincide and coexist, but sometimes I think you need them to coexist for the ultimate effect.
Hmm. What you say to that, color? You agree? I
Hey,
guess
Cully, you still
so.
there?
Yeah, I'm still here. My phone in and out. I'm still here. I'm just listening. My bad.
So, what do you think? You
Clay
agree?
got on pretty late. What was the question? That's my fault.
Yeah.
My
So I
bad.
was saying that. Yeah, I was saying that. Sometimes not only do you need hip hop and R&B to coexist, it's almost like you need them to a degree to coexist for the ultimate effect.
Shoot, yeah. What was you need to coexist? My bad.
Yeah, hip hop and R&B are like you need them
Popping
to
R&B.
coexist.
Yes, 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 yes. You need them cone beat. Yes, they complement each other. When you hear a song, like for example, if I hear a song, right? Let's say, okay, I'll take us for example. Let's say me and you do a track, you do the hook, I do the verse. It complements. That's what that's what makes it. That's what brings a balance to the song, like the tempo. I'm gonna explain, but it brings a balance to the song, yo. That's what I can say.
You mean like if you and DSJ were to do a joint like Keys to the City? DSJ,
Yeah,
you ever heard Keys to the City?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah, but see, like let's say I was more like on my verse, I'm more so rapping, like hip hopish, and only thing with R&B, I would say it takes a little. I feel like R&B. I feel like it takes more work in R&B. I feel like it takes more passion to get a song done. Like it takes more work to get an
In
R&B
R and
song
B
done.
than hip hop?
Yeah, I know. Sounds off, but
DSJ, what you think? You agree?
Yeah, I think there are more elements needed for R&B than with hip hop, right? So with hip hop, wording matters, right? Lyrics matter. Um, direction and purpose matter.
Okay.
So you want to find a way to entice and captivate an audience with wordplay. Now that
right,
might not be the element necessary for R&B as much as hip hop, but what you get with hip hop, and we're talking about in terms of just creating it, right? So let me speak as an artist right now. My job is to give you 16 bars, right? The skeleton of those 16 bars. I have to layer that with with emotion. So the next recording of that track might be ad libs. It might be enunciation. It might be emphasis on a bar or a word, and then ad libs, chants in the background. Um, Jeezy style, like his ad libs are more impactful. Um, what I'm
right,
saying to the actual verse. But with R&B, I need to have pitch right, melody right. The melody has to captivate you. If you're listening to the melody, the words have to captivate. They
right,
have to match. If I'm adding harmony, the harmonies have to hit. Where I place the harmonies have to hit. Riff, ad libbing, all of that has to hit. The runs have to be perfect. So, like, yeah, there's more work to be done in R&B than there is in hip hop, but it doesn't take away from the work that's involved. It just means that there's a little bit more layers to R&B.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I'm not an artist. I just think it's easier.
So it's hard for me to talk because I'm just like I'm tired tonight. But yeah, so you think it's easier for
Yeah.
hip hop
Yeah.
or for R? Oh, you mean for R&B?
I think it's easier for both than it's ever been.
You mean like to create?
Yeah.
Mm.
Are we talking about in terms of today's artists, or we just talking
Yeah.
about
I'm,
in
I'm talking about
general?
in terms of today's artists.
Oh well,
I think the craft of it is as easy as it's ever been, and it's getting easier and easier by the day.
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Well,
but that's
substances.
also that also kind of that's also talking about the quality. Like, do you prefer today's R&B
He does.
over?
No, I'm like fine.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. Think about this. R&B back in the day, you had to pay probably 8 background singers. You had to have a producer or a group of producers, right? Rent studio time, be in this big build, all this stuff. And now you can produce that stuff from your house.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to the craft. I'm not saying that is the music is watered down. I'm saying the act of making it is easier, right?
Right.
Bro, it used to take an entire 2 year stretch for you to put an album out. Right in the
Yeah, that's
60s,
facts.
in the 60s, you're talking about not only do you have to groom you have to see if the artists have talent, right? You have to go get 30 songs, right? 30 songs just so this artist can just so that you can shave it down to 14. Yo, y'all never saw that movie La Bamba?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I saw it.
uh, Kelly Kelly
how,
Poe.
how many times you had to sing "Let's Go"?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think also again that's more credit to
Technology.
today's modern effect of
Yeah.
of yeah technology and its effect on music because again we don't have ADAT reels anymore where we have to take a line and splice it to another reel or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as the creation of it, I think it's easier.
Right.
But in terms of still the artist's act and impact, I think that's still as much as difficult as it was because it could take me 60 takes just to sing the same one line in a song or you know what I'm saying. It could take Usher maybe 4 hours to nail
A part, just one
a
part in a song.
yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm not discounting talent, y'all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's easier to do because of technology, right? Record companies now have their hands on technology where all you really have to do is record your voice. Like somebody can take my voice off of this right now, right? Enter it into AI software, and you can get Uncle Freezy singing the Star Spangled Banner in perfect pitch and in tone and note. I mean, in perfect pitch and everything, right? I
Right.
mean, I saw a thing where Squidward was singing "Forever My Lady," bro. Legit,
Wow.
Squidward from
Wow.
SpongeBob is singing "Forever My Lady," right?
Yeah.
I saw a thing on TikTok where Marge Simpson was singing "I'm Going Down."
That's
So
crazy.
that's bananas, right? And not to discount R&B. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is technology has improved to the point where you may not have to do it in 40 takes. The artist may do want to do it in 15 takes, and if they can't do it in 15 takes, they be like, "Yo, just let the machine do it."
right.
Auto tune. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah.
Well, now they have it punch in and punch out. Well, that's what they do sometimes.
Right.
That's absolutely what they do. If it takes me more than 5 takes to nail this one part, as far as singing a whole 4 bars, then okay, let me just punch me in on the first one.
Right. 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 Hey, so just real quick, I got another question I want to ask you. I hope it doesn't take me two hours to get to the point, but Cully, where do you see hip hop heading over the next few years?
Mm, yeah, that's a good question. I'll say one thing. Um, I will say AI. This is looking like AI partially. Um, but the more and more as we go more and more into the future, it's more so like less substance, like more so less substance, more AI, and more what's the word for having no direction? More like
Mm,
more like because I don't think music has. I don't even think it has a direction. Um, like it's not really trending anywhere. Like it's not really trending any direction. It's more so like just going backwards. Like not even backwards. It's just it's not. I don't think music has any direction.
okay.
I think it's more AI based. I think people will I think people will play with it as far as like I said AI. I keep saying the word, but I think that's what people are gonna do. Like you can just copy. It's like you can copy your favorite artist's voice and probably just use their voice and make a song. That's what I've been seeing a lot lately.
Okay. Can you, as a listener, can you tell the difference between an AI generated thing and an artist and a human?
Honestly, I couldn't do it because I only heard it like maybe once or twice, so it
Okay.
was hard for me to pick up on it. I heard it with one Pusha T song, and I didn't even know it wasn't him. I thought it was him,
Wow.
and
DSJ is R&B headed the same way in the same direction.
well, you
It's
asking me or
already been
DSJ?
there. It's already been
Mm,
there.
mm,
Consider the fact that Flavor Flav has an R&B record.
yep.
Consider what you just said about Marge Simpson,
Yep.
Squidward,
Yep.
Patrick. And we're talking about voiceover work
Yep.
characters of off
Yep.
of an animated series
Right.
transformed into melody.
Right.
We're gonna have a hard time. Now the only thing is, will you be able to tell the difference? That part might be in the air, right? Because you need a little bit of flaw in
Right.
order for you to feel passion.
Right.
If everything is perfect pitch, it's like okay, fam, like all right, I know what that is. That's all the way generated.
Right. Right.
But hitting a note and then dragging it down, that's hard for a mimic. Or else everybody would do it, right?
Right. Right. Okay. All right. Just one more thing before I get out of here, bro. Right. Why is
Yes,
it so?
Boomerang is still the better soundtrack.
Yes, I was just gonna ask that. You read my mind. Right. So why is it so hard for talented individuals to break into the music industry and be successful?
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by successful is the artist gets what they wanted, wanted the reason why they even ventured into it.
Well,
You mean
speaking from the major label aspect, because the music business is still a business,
Yep.
and their priority is twofold. One, to keep the lights on and build their legacy and maintain their legacy, right? So in their mind, the artist is secondary. You need us in order for you to propel yourself, right? They're feeling like platform is more important than content.
Right.
In the artist's mind, you can't exist without my contribution.
Right.
So content is more important than platform from the artist's perspective. But because the artist doesn't have, let's say, another platform, or maybe you chose this platform over other platforms, then you took the best deal possible in order for you to propel yourself into a possible position of success. But you still have to maintain that the priority for the platform is to exist. So all that money that is generated from the content has to feed the platform first before it feeds the content.
Right.
Our jobs as musicians is to create the content for you to listen to. But the music business still has the business part of it in its name. So the business still is going to have to override first.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? The content will come later.
Well, the number one rule of business is to make money for your stakeholders. That's rule number one, right?
Yeah.
That's rule number one. So when it comes to business, if you don't know that, then you don't know business. It's like in sports, the first thing you learn in sports is keep your eye on the ball if there's a ball, right?
Absolutely.
Keep your eye on the ball. That's what you learn, right? As artists learn that they have talent and they can exploit that talent for financial gain. That's what they know, right? Because artists have seen other artists with similar or better talent do the same thing and be in and look like they're rich. I saw Ray Parker Jr. on the R&B Money podcast. By the way, if you're not a fan of Tank, then you should be. DSJ, I'm telling you right now, you should be a fan of Tank, bro.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
be be a fan of Tank. Right now, I know a lot of you guys are fans of Slim from 112, but be a fan of Tank. Right?
If you
I was
dare.
I was watching the Ray Parker Jr. one where he said that Marvin Gaye had a Cadillac that was clean, and he was looking at him. He was like, "Blase, blase, blah." Right? But if that 16-year-old Ray Parker Jr. that was playing bass guitar for Marvin Gaye would know that he would one day have a song even bigger than four of Marvin Gaye's top four songs put together, that dude would laugh, right?
Yeah.
This dude, no shade at Marvin Gaye because Marvin Gaye was a fantastic artist, right? But you could take Marvin Gaye's top four songs, put them all together, and they are not bigger than Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. Things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Things happen, bro. You know.
Right.
Things do happen.
Yeah, yeah. It's like um Nas. You could take five of Nas's best songs, right, and they will not be as big as that um Charlie Puth and Wiz Khalifa song. I think that song is like 17 times platinum right now. The song from the Fast and the Furious soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could take 10 of Nas's best selling songs and it won't even come close to that one song. Things happen.
You can tell it, and it won't be bigger than Pitbull.
Right. Right. Or Florida.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, absolutely. And that's not to say that they're better artists or anything like that. It's just saying that again, yeah, as far as sales and the again the business side of it, the money making side of it, like this will generate more money.
Right. Right.
But if you ask who's the better artist to the most avid listeners,
Right.
it feels like disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like to sit there and compare Flow Rider to Nas, like you got to be out your mind.
Right. Right. Unless unless you're an old school cat like myself that understands the flow rider lane,
Right,
right? The flow rider lane is where rappers come from. That's the original lane. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, dudes just grabbing the microphone at the party and rocking the mic at the party, right?
right,
Right? The Nas lane didn't come along until the lane was opened up by cats like Melly Mel and people that came along that instead of shouting into the microphone, right? And until my man said, "A child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God's smiling on you, but he's laughing. God's smiling on you, but he's frowning too, because only God
only God
knows what
knows
you go
what you
through."
gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so once a dude stopped yelling into a microphone and just spoke conversationally, it opened a brand new lane that never existed before that. Right?
right.
It's what it is. It's the hypnotic lane where the dudes are strictly speaking directly to one listener, right? That's what Melly Mel did. He transformed the game. Him and a dude named Grandmaster Casanova, right? They started, instead of speaking to the whole party at one time, they started speaking to one person at a time. And when that happened, right? When that happened, people started get that party music. It went from being rock music like to street music. Now you can put them headphones on and just listen to a guy like Coogee Rap say, "All my manpower for $4 an hour. I took the time to write rhymes in the shower." Or Coogee Rap said can say to a cat like Cully, he can say, "Molly gives a slice, I get nice, and my voice is twice as horrifying as Vincent Price. Goes deep till you fell in the spell of a sleep. And when I'm counting the money, you count sheep. When G Rap strikes the mic, I recite the type of hype that you like to make the people unite. I rip up hips, zip up lips, step on tracks, and blah, 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 blah." Right? So if you were around for that, you could understand. You could understand when Busy B walked into place. Busy B was like, "I'm the greatest dude in here." Ha 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 ha. And then
Cool
and
Mo D decides to tell you that you're not.
hold on, Busy B. I don't mean to be bold, but put that bobbity bob bullshit on hold. You know what I'm saying? But they were
Yep.
still at the party though. They were still at the party. Right? So for people that don't understand that there is a lane in hip hop for everyone, they'll never get it. Right? But there is a
Absolutely.
lane in hip hop for everyone. Right? You can be a gay cowboy and sell a bajillion records, bro,
Yeah.
in hip hop. Bro, you could be three dudes that come to California on a trip, meet up with a DJ, and all of a sudden you're Two Live Crew. Ah, me so horny. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You could be three
You
dudes
could
from
be
California that go to Miami and put on Miami jackets. People think you're the sound of Miami.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Oh
man.
man. It's dope, man. I tell you, it's crazy the things that music can do for you in such transformative ways.
Right. Right. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Cully, that's all I got, bro. You want to talk about something else? You want to jump on something else before we get out of here?
Nah, I caught y'all at the tail end.
What's
And I
it? What's
kind
it?
of
So is New York hip hop dead?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I was hoping you
It,
would
They're
it
trying to bring,
it'll
huh?
never die as long as I can get sturdy to it.
That's yeah. Nah, facts.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Why is what is it? Is it that the young kids in the city don't rap no more?
I think it has to do with who, like, how do I say, the people in control. They don't they're not messing with New York artists. They're trying not to push New York artists. I think that plays a big part. Like the DJs and stuff.
Yeah,
DJs don't care. I think that plays a part.
right.
Like a lot of people don't, and then you know what it is too. Like a lot of New Yorkers don't look out for each other in anything. So music is definitely that. Like they don't.
I noticed that.
New York artists don't stick together in music.
I
Whereas
noticed.
you have
I noticed New York people don't do that.
right,
New Yorkers don't do that.
exactly. So it's kind of like crabs in a barrel in a sense, but that plays a part too. Small things play a part. You know, people don't. It's not all once I get my foot in, I help everyone else. Some dudes do that in New York, but not a lot. Like more of them is more like they don't. They more so beef with each other. They don't stick together.
Yeah,
You look at other regions, they come up there, they stick together and all that.
yeah,
And
yeah,
New Yorkers want to meet you at the top.
yep. They
Yeah,
want to get in at the top. Yes.
Mano and Jim Jones could have been worked on some music together when Jim Jones was a Koch Records executive, and Mano didn't get dropped from his first label deal, but instead they said, "Nah, let's be lobby boys." Years later, after we've reached a height of success.
Yeah. Which is weird. And DSJ, for that reason, in
super weird.
2024, I'm gonna reinvent the industry, bro. Hey, Cully, you got a few seconds?
Somewhat.
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna end this stream. I'm gonna end this stream right here. And I gotta ask you a question.
All right, no
Hey, y'all.
problem.
Thank you everybody for coming through, rocking, hanging out with us. We'll holler at y'all later next time. Peace, bro. Peace, y'all. So